as the Eagles beat the Raiders in a very ugly game, 19-10. It featured 7 turnovers in the second half alone. Now, with the game tied at 10, about a minute to play, Derek Carr threw a pick and gave the ball to the Eagles near midfield. Nick Foles was not spectacular, but he was able to move the Eagles into field goal range. They took a 13-10 lead. And then on the last play of the game, the Raiders tried the old razzle-dazzle, and, well, lo and behold, they fumbled. The Eagles recovered, ran it back for a touchdown, decided not to kick the extra point, took a kneel down, so they win 19-10. You see the line there. Some had it at 9, others had it at 10. The Eagles win by 9. Now you look at the playoff picture. Good news for Philadelphia with the win. You have home field advantage throughout the playoffs, which means we don't have to go to Minnesota. So everything goes through Philadelphia as we welcome you in. Tim Doyle, Dylan McGordy, Merry Christmas. Gentlemen, I ask you, if you're the Eagles, obviously Nick Foles is never going to be Carson Wentz. But after what you saw tonight, would you be concerned going forward knowing that this version of Nick Foles just wasn't very good?
Yeah, I was concerned the second I saw the news about Carson Wentz, if I'm an Eagles fan. And although Nick Foles has played pretty well in the absence of Nick Foles in the temporary, tonight really exacerbates that concern that I had as soon as I found out the news. And it was reminded of me tonight that Nick Foles at times can be great and at times is a backup quarterback. That's been the inconsistent career of Nick Foles. We all remember the wonderful year with Chip Kelly and that crazy touchdown to interception ratio where we were all putting out DNA tests to see if he was Joe Montana's son. And then all of a sudden, oh no, he's just a backup quarterback.
That's what he is.
I think the reality of this whole thing, we all knew it watching this team. And if you're an Eagles fan, you knew this as well. It's harder to come by the reality if you're an Eagles fan that you're not going to win the Super Bowl with Nick Foles. I'm sorry. And even to think about the NFC Championship game, I think that's really the ceiling of this team at this point. But I don't even think they'll get to the NFC Championship game. And tonight's an example of why this was a big game for the Eagles. And in big moments where they needed plays made, he just didn't make them.
Yeah, they didn't look like the best team in the NFC.
No,
they didn't look like one of the best teams in the NFL. They looked like a team that was just doing enough to survive. If you bet them, wow, the agony to ecstasy, back and forth.
You didn't deserve to win the game if you bet them. If you took the Eagles and you laid the 10 or the 9, whatever it was, you got lucky on 9 on a push.
Why not just kick the extra point, though? I mean, it's the last play of the game.
A lot of people had it 8.5, 9, 9.5.
Oh, 8.5, you're great. You feel
amazing. 8.5, you win. Yeah, I mean, that's an unbelievable win for you.
Right.
What I fear with the Eagles is this is the team that leads the NFL in scoring, and there's a lot of great offenses up there in the NFC. When you look at the top teams, whether it's the Rams, the Falcons, or the Panthers, Vikings play defense. I think the biggest fear right now for the New England Patriots, Minnesota Vikings.
Wow.
Especially playing in their home dome, that's going to be a massive, massive advantage. No team's ever played their own Super Bowl in their backyard, in the home field. So the Vikings, I think, can mix it up. Obviously, they rely on their defense, but I think they have a well-balanced offense. The Eagles, leading scoring team in the NFL, they're no longer that same team.
Yeah. It's going to be a what-if year. It's going to be a what-could-have-been year for the Eagles. And I know it's hard to come by when you haven't won a...
But how do you get that guy you had last week against the Giants? 4 touchdowns, no picks. And then this guy. Like, 1 week to the next. Looks like a completely different quarterback.
That's Foles. I mean, look at Foles' career at this point. And that's not a slight on him. It takes true greatness to be consistently amazing in this league every single Sunday or Monday. He's not great. He's not a great player. Yes, he's an okay, good, serviceable player. That's why he's a back.